Hello again, everyone. This is John Arntz, and welcome to the Business Freedom Formula YouTube channel. Today, I am delighted to have as my guest, Iona. Iona, what's your last name again? I'm sorry.
It's Meade. Iona Meade.
Meade. Iona Meade. Iona is the author of Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, and it's a much longer title, but we'll get into that. Welcome to the channel, Iona. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me, John. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Iona Meade. And my book is called Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch, as you said. And I call it a soul-guided influencer's compass to leverage your light work and lifestyle on YouTube, which is a really long title, but it does what it says on the tin. So I'm sure that we'll get into that leveraging what it is that you're doing and following your North Star and your compass to really lead you in business. And my North Star is freedom. So this is a really nice conversation I'm looking forward to having.
So my first question for you is, are you working on anything really exciting right now for your business?
I am. So as well as having the book,
Mm-hmm.
shameless plug,
Well,
I
I'll go
have
right ahead.
so I have a course inside the book, John. I have a 5-day course where I walk my readers and my students through some of the principles in the book. So I love that. And right now, this week, I give Q&A to my readers who want to have questions around the course. And so I'm really excited because we're on day 3. And I do that because I wanted to take my readers from the book into and invite them into my world, invite them into onto my YouTube channel, and also invite them and actually have them take action. I like to say soul-guided action, because there's so many times that when we are building a business, or as they like to say, we go out there and we build a list and we say, get on my email and I'll send you some emails and all that stuff. It's
Right.
not really the way that I like to work. I really want to meet my reader. I really want to have conversations and support them and meet them where they are. So I do have that challenge going on. So it's really relaxed. It's like an hour that I do. And that starts, my season starts October right through to April. So once per month on the first Monday to Friday of the month, I have an hour. And so that's happening right now. Also, for my readers, I'm actually opening up a co-author book series because I love books. And I'm teaching my students how to write and publish their own books. So that is going on right now for me. I'm so excited.
Oh, wow. That sounds, listen, I love that you interact with your readers directly
Yes.
on this.
Yeah.
I think that there are way too many authors or even people who have YouTube channels that want to teach things that don't have that interaction unless you go somewhere and attend an event,
Yes.
which, I mean, it's a big world and
Yes.
not everybody can do that,
Yes.
you
I
know?
agree.
And
I
and
agree.
some and I've been to events and I've been a vendor at events, and I can tell you, I know what it costs to
Yeah.
go to an event.
Yeah. Yeah. And the
It's
time.
it
The
and that's
time.
and time. I
Yeah.
mean, like for instance, if I went from where I live on the west coast of America to the east coast,
Yeah.
um, it takes me, because of the 3 hour time difference, it's a full day's journey flying.
Yeah.
I burn a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, literally.
All right.
And,
So a 3 day
that's what
event
I
is
wanted
now
to do.
4 plus
Yeah.
my flight home. Now I make up those 3 hours on the way back, which means I leave at 7 and I'm still home by noon. But
Yeah.
it's
Still.
it's
So,
yeah, it can be different. And a lot of people travel is so stressful. I did a lot of that for business.
mhm.
So to me, I'm kind of like, I just roll with it.
Yeah.
I had to do that for a long time. But for people who don't travel much, it can be really stressful, especially if
Yeah.
you've never been on an airplane or
Yeah.
you're not comfortable on them.
Yeah.
Sitting
I
three
set the
hours, you
See,
know?
I set the intention to reach readers all over the world, and I do, as far
Mhm.
as Australia and different time zones, and literally having a business online and focusing on YouTube. You're reaching people globally. Obviously, I'm here in the UK, and you're in the States, and so wherever my readers are coming from, I
Mm.
set my calendar and I set my time. I say in the book, here's where I'll be. And actually, you'll laugh, John, because Not only do I organize my time so you can stay at home and actually, meet me,
Mhm.
but I actually schedule my business out for 7 years at a time.
7 years.
7 years. And so people say, Iona, why would you do that? But if you know the power, and we're on YouTube, the power of YouTube and the power of a YouTube video is repurposed over and over again. Unlike some of the other social media platforms, when you type into YouTube or Google, you'll type in a how to do whatever it is. I'm sure that your audience have typed in something,
Hmm.
and a specific video will come up on how to do whatever that is. And
Right.
so
Mhm.
when my videos come up, not only am I sharing, but I'm actually sharing about my book as well. And so, and then they get to be a reader and go to Amazon, and they also get the course. So I'm taking the reader or the searcher on YouTube through different learning styles and actually on that journey in a really easy and effortless way. So when a video comes up next year, 5 years, I've still spoken into that video and said, this is where you can get the course, this is where I will be. And I know where I'll be because my calendar is just really easy. You talk about business and you talk about freedom. For me, it's the ultimate freedom to be able to just have a link. They can go to the link. I don't have to be there at that
Right.
time. And then when it is time for me to go on to the lives, which is this week, it's just
Mhm.
beautiful. They've read my book by then. They feel like they know me. They've gone through
Right.
my course and they just
Mhm.
come and ask questions. It's a really beautiful model.
It is. It really is.
Mhm.
I did some looking into your book,
Yes.
um, and there's basically initially at this point, I have two questions
Go
about
for it.
the little short review I've read of your book.
Okay, thank you.
And the first one is in the description that's on the Amazon website. Um, it talks about what you're doing in the framework you have. So my question then is, you seem to be more, your focus is on spiritual healers
Mhm.
and that area, but do
Yeah.
the things that you teach and show in here apply to anybody?
Anybody that wants to have a YouTube channel. So I've worked with people all over the world. I've been on a really a spiritual path. So you just oftentimes in business, you just reach back to the people that have gone on to a similar path than you. But I
Hmm.
work with men, I work with women. I actually worked with a lady, and her husband was doing the course inside of the book. I don't know how he got roped into it, but he got roped into it. And they said to me that they were, one was in one room of the house, the other one was in the other room of the house listening to this 5 day course that's inside the book at the same time during challenge week, which is essentially now for me, no stress for me whatsoever. And I was offering a VIP day for those who, actually followed through and got to the end. And they, as a couple, they won a VIP day. Now, he was actually a wood specialist. His profession is like wood, right? So
Right.
doing all the furniture and different
Okay.
things. So it's like any YouTube channel, anybody that wants to start to have a presence on YouTube. But also, many of us have a book inside of us and we don't know how to market the book. We
Hmm.
might not know how to monetize our channel. We might want to create a course and not know how to create all those things. It's all packaged up into one beautiful package. And so anyone that is a female entrepreneur, male entrepreneurs, I've actually, John, recently switched my audience on LinkedIn to reach more male entrepreneurs. I think
Hmm.
that is something that is often missing with the message for men. I do think that men need just as much help and support with their business as women do, and many of us just focus on the women. And so I've worked with many men over the time, and so yeah, it depends on their interest. If they're ambitious and they really want to go for it, they want to really make a difference in the world, they want to leave a legacy, then
Sure.
it's for them.
Yeah. Uh, that's very interesting. I'm glad that you said that because like I said, I was going over kind of the reading the
Yeah,
little synopsis of your book, and
yeah.
I thought, you know, I'm sure there's something in there that I can use. So I will
100%. We
I
were
will
talking,
definitely be
weren't we?
looking into
Yes, there
that.
is. And so, don't let that put you off. It's like spiritual YouTubers. There's an essence of spirituality, meaning that what I believe, I'm not religious, but I do believe in there's something bigger, right? There's something that I feel like it guides me. So I speak from that, because we can get caught up in the day to day and the rat race and all those things, and I just flow. I go inwards, and that's where my work comes from. It comes from all of the experiences that I've had, the losses that I've had in my life, and so I just lean into something that feels bigger than me to get my work out there. When we don't, oftentimes we get caught up in maybe fear of being on camera, fear of getting out, being out there, fear of I don't know, earning, not feeling worthy, all those things. But when we know that actually I feel called to do this, there's nothing else that I would rather do, then that for me is a bigger draw. So that's the essence of the book and the essence of my work, how I speak into my audience.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I know that some people get caught up. I don't know about the rest of the world's education system.
Yeah.
Growing up, when I did, a lot of times you had to do a presentation in front of the class. Okay.
Yes.
And it was always nerve-wracking.
I
And
hate
part
it.
of it is we were teenagers, so we're afraid we're getting judged by our peers and all of this. But anyway, in my early 20s, I was working for this company that built little welders from microelectronics.
Right.
Okay. And I expressed an interest in learning how the machines worked. And the next thing I know, I'm the applications engineer. They showed me how they worked, and then customers would send in samples. I would weld them together, write them reports, send them information back out, all of this. I can't tell you how many people over 2 years would walk in the door and I would have to work with them. And then it
Right.
got to the point when I was continuing in my college, toward my college degree, when I had to do a presentation at school, I could walk up in front of the class and just do it.
Do it.
But because I'd had this experience of
Yeah.
working with people I didn't know
Yeah.
over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing when we try to sell, when we're talking about what we do with people we don't know. It's hard sometimes to get the conversation started
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're feeling unsure. And then you get what people call the imposter syndrome. Do I really know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made $1 million doing this, but I still don't think I know what I'm doing.
Always. That's
Okay.
it. That's the way of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I need to look this up again, but there was an author, I think it was a woman who wrote it, who talked about being on her death. She goes, imagine being on your deathbed
Yeah.
and standing all around you are the shadowy figures of all the things you didn't do.
Do. There you
And
go.
they're all looking at you going, you didn't do this. Now we have no life of our own and it's too late.
Yeah.
And I think about that a lot. What haven't I done that
Yeah.
needs to be done?
It needs to be done.
And also, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
There's things I want to do that don't need to be done, but heck, that's for me.
I love that. And so part of the
I need to
book,
find that quote. I know I've seen it somewhere in my stuff in the
I
last
haven't
year.
seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to share it with me. Part of me writing the book and the way that I've written the book and the way that I utilize YouTube and the way that I frame around my business is really thinking about the life that I want to live and not having my business, having that freedom, not having my business drag me along, and being authentic and authentically me. And obviously, as you know, in business, we need to walk our own talk, right? And practice what we preach. So then we don't feel like an imposter or a fraud. And part of that is me being authentic and speaking to the audience that I know. And I know their problem, I know their pain, I know their frustration, I know that because I was there. And so that helps me connect with my audience even more so. So when, like you said, sometimes it's tough to start a conversation and we might be shy, might not know. I was terrified at school. I have early learning dyslexia. So every time they asked me to read out, I was like, oh my gosh, it was
Are,
awful for me.
are you
Really,
left-handed?
no,
No, okay.
no, no. I had my left hand out there when you said,
Yeah, no, it's
out.
just when you said dyslexia and you're
Yeah.
because I'm left-handed and I have a little dyslexia as well. So
Yeah, I have Erlen and dyslexia, so it was like really awful for me. And so for me, even to be on YouTube was a really big deal, to learn. And I would speak into the camera when there's videos that you guys will never ever see. um, but it's a journey, it's a process, right? And
hmm
so even writing the book, I hadn't shared with you, John, how I actually managed to write this book and have it in my hands. And so I did a little experiment, and I decided to put my book on my vision board. And so I put it on my vision board, and lo and behold, the universe gave me a way to nudge me along
hmm
to have my book published. And so I actually had somebody from Fiverr do the cover of my book. But apart from that, I wrote my book, I edited my book, and I formatted my book, and I published it on Amazon, and I got it to #1 bestseller in 7 categories in 7 days on pre-order a year before I uploaded the manuscript. And then I actually lived into the book and then uploaded the manuscript.
Wow.
So yeah, there's
Yeah.
ways when you might have a fear or you might be blocked and you might
hmm
think, oh, I don't know how the universe will give you a way how
hmm
you'll have that nudge. And if you don't think universe, that gut, that nudge, that intuition, that oftentimes you'll say, something told me to do this, something
Sure.
said. It's
Right.
that guidance, something said. So
When it
there's
keeps
there's
nibbling at you in the back of your brain, you
yes,
need to
that
do something. Yes.
that intuition, that gut feeling, that voice, but not negative, not the negative self-talk, but the
No, no.
one that says, I think you should go here, or I think you should go there. It's that. And I love it. I love following that guidance. I do it every single day.
Now, mention in there,
Mhm.
you talked about insider secrets. Nobody,
Yes.
okay.
Nobody tells you.
Why do you think
Mhm.
that other people who talk about how to promote and do YouTube channels, all of that, don't talk about
Mhm.
these insider?
Secret. Honestly, because I think a lot of people, when they go further along the journey, they don't realize where people are starting from. They almost forget where they came from
Oh,
and where they
okay.
started from. So it's those insider secrets that you kind of just do now, like you just do naturally.
hmm
And the insider secrets that I'm referring to is the hacks of business to have that freedom. Like I wrote my book and I didn't actually, and I got it to #1 before writing it. A lot of people go, oh, I've taken years to write my book. I still haven't published it. It's best-selling book and selling the book before you've even written it. The way that I teach YouTube is to schedule out. You can schedule out your live streams a year in advance. And I talk about consistently going public on YouTube to promote your business. You can schedule out live streams for a year in advance. That means that you look like you have more content on your YouTube channel and a reason for people to subscribe because they know what is coming. Rather than having ideas in your head, you can say, I've got a playlist that goes with my book. And so I have videos on there. I've got scheduled out 45 videos. I've done 6 of those. Do you know, it's different things the insider secrets that when you start to on YouTube and you're learning different things and you're watching different things, a lot of people don't know that before you even record a video, that you've got to do research on that video. And
Sure.
so then when people are typing in online, wherever it is on YouTube or on Google, how to do what have you, your video comes up and you're speaking into the key search terms that they are searching for. That
Sure.
means inside a secret, most people just say, oh, well, I'll record a video today. It's
Right.
not really how
Yeah.
it works. That YouTuber looks amazing because they've done the research before they've recorded the video. I do the description, the video, the thumbnail, and I will schedule it out up to a year in advance. Is one of the things that I talk about in the book and which I do on my YouTube channel is I don't know if you've ever been part of a Facebook challenge. many people were doing that, like a 5-day educational series, and then somebody will promote and launch, like a launch. Have you ever seen those?
Usually the ones I hear about is like the stupid challenges of, do you remember when everybody was doing that ice bucket challenge thing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah,
not that one.
that's the kind of thing. And I just dismiss those. I
I
just like,
actually did
what,
that. No,
I've got
this.
way too much to do to spend time looking at that.
Yeah, yeah, not that kind of. It's more of, so maybe your audience might know, but more of like a 5-day promotional, educational sequence of events where on day one we'll do this, and on day two we'll do this. And so Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, there's many gurus that do challenges and lead their audience and email list build, etc. And so many people do it on Facebook and do a launch once a year, what have you. I do it on YouTube, and that the secret is you can schedule it out. So when I do my challenges, I do a couple of challenges a year. I actually do the challenge and then I schedule out the next year straight after I've finished that one. So my challenges are set up. I love freedom and I love having a stress-free business model. I'm going to do it anyway. So I just set up for the next year, and I'm just led by that freedom. So when I'm talking to my audience and my reader, they know where I'll be ahead of time, rather than just marketing and saying this one message that you've shared for today and nobody knows about it, nobody ever sees it. But the more I share my book, the more that I share my business, the more that I share my YouTube channel, the more that they get to see me live, the more that they can come into my world. Those insider secrets are not necessarily shared because people pay in their programs for them. Yeah, I like to share anyway.
Yeah. It's interesting how many people feel that, oh, I can't let people know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's too much. You should be paying.
Yeah, or it's, well, those are my trade secrets. I mean, this is what
Yeah.
people pay me for.
Yes.
Um,
No, you can have it.
it's amazing how people react if you're giving something away that's very, very valuable.
Yeah.
Now, if you say to somebody, okay, we're going to do, some sort of marketing thing, and this is how we
Yeah.
do it, and you've given away the secret, and they go, wow,
Yeah.
does that mean they can implement it? Does that mean they know exactly what to do? Do they have the time?
Yeah.
Chances are you've just sold them on your program because you've explained it so thoroughly. They know what you're doing, and they're going, wow, I need to, where's my checkbook? Right.
There you go. And
So
that's what I have inside the book.
yeah. So you seemingly have given something away, but you really haven't.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
may be one person in your audience who can figure it out,
Yeah.
but they're probably going to come back and watch more, and maybe
Yeah.
eventually,
They
they
do.
write you a heck of a review, and
They do.
boom, things
Yeah.
explode. You never know. So
Beautiful.
you,
You talked about the book and the book reviews. So the last book review that I got was from actually one of my masterminds, beautiful lady. She actually read the book and she was showing me on the Q&A, and she's been writing in the book and on it and reading the Kindle, and she did my 7-day challenge. It's an annual challenge, and then she did the 5-day challenge that goes inside the book, and then she came onto my masterclass that I do once a month, which is on my YouTube channel, streamed onto my YouTube channel. And she came into my mastermind to work with me for a year. It's the funnel that is the journey where I support the reader to implement the teachings in the book. And I don't think that we necessarily do that enough. There's a lot of books that we've all got. I'm sure that we've all got common books on our bookshelf that we've all heard about, but actually, are we implementing it? Do we know the author? It's a legacy because some of the authors are not here anymore, but there's many books that are written which are amazing, and we've just read them, and that's it.
Right.
And so I wanted to do something different.
Sure. That makes sense. When I think of books like Think and Grow Rich,
I knew you were going to say, I've got it on my bedside table.
But by the time I read that, the author had passed on long before. Michael Gerber's The E-Myth.
Yes.
I don't know if Michael Gerber is still with us or not.
Yeah, he was when I read it. I don't know about
Yeah,
now.
I don't know. I do know that I
I've got that book.
subscribe to that organization and I get these emails about
Yeah,
once a week, little blurbs, and someone else is running the organization now. So I don't know if he's
yeah.
just taking a back seat
See,
or not. But
oh gosh.
with those two authors in particular have been wonderful. Now, while we're on this subject, do you know any women authors that write in that at that level, at that genre, that would be interesting for readers, including myself, to look at, to get a different perspective than the male perspective on doing things?
No, it's really, yeah, no one really springs to mind. There's a couple of authors that spring to mind, but not the same level. Mel Robbins, I love her message where she says she's got the high five habits and 5 4 3 2 1. And I love Mel Robbins's book. Jen Sincero I like as well, but not nobody on that level. I love books. I read a book or a chapter of a book every single day.
Mhm.
Um, and I journal every single day. But the books that you're talking about, that I've forgotten about Michael Gerber, the E-Myth, that was one of the first books that I actually read. I don't know where it is. It's probably in storage somewhere. But yeah, it was many years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I'm not
Mhm.
sure, a long time ago. I will revisit it. I'll get it on the Kindle or the Audible. That was before Audible. I don't know if it was before Audible. I feel like it was.
It probably was, because I
Yeah.
think I first read it in like 2005,
Yeah.
something like that. Yes, it was quite a while
The
ago. And in
Kindle.
fact, the first introduction is, I got this back when we used to get things on in the mail and cassette tape. Okay.
Yes.
And it was him doing this conversation at this meeting, like he
Yeah.
had this, event. And
Hmm.
the first thing I thought that was so funny that he said was, he talked about colors
Yeah.
and how blue, notice my background,
I know, but I was just looking.
is
I
is
made me zone in.
that there's a reason for that, which is why IBM used blue.
Right.
Okay. So he said, now, he says, if I thought all of you were going to run out and buy a blue suit, I would be in the business of selling blue suits. Okay. And the whole audience laughs, but I thought, okay, I like this guy.
Yeah.
This guy is interesting. So I then went and got the book. It was actually called The E-Myth Revisited. I had the newer version because he'd
Yes.
rewritten it, but I would highly recommend it to anybody reading this who has a business. It
Yeah.
will give you a different insight. It's written in a parable,
Yeah.
sort of a storybook style, but it
Yeah.
teaches the lesson, I think, that um, is so meaningful, especially if you want to systematize your business. It's really great.
There's a lot of books that I've read that have supported me. One of the books, Not a Woman, The Millionaire Mind. I don't know if you've ever heard of The Millionaire Mind, in The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And he has a 3 day seminar. It's a free, well, no, it's not free. Sometimes you can get free seats. But anyway, it's not that expensive for the hybrid or in-person version. Anyway, they were on in London this last week from Friday to Sunday, and I attended that, and it was like 12-hour days, hybrid online. It
Sure.
was absolutely epic, and that was one of the first books that I read that where I could see, oh, the principles of a book can be taught to an event, like you said, traveling and all the things.
Mhm.
Well, fortunately now, since certain times in the world we've evolved into having hybrid events and online events, so that one was amazing. But yeah, I can't think of a woman. That's really bad. And I've got a favorite author, which is Iona Van Zandt, but nobody on that, and Oprah, but nobody on that level that's really made that difference. I'm going
Okay.
to have a look at some books now, aren't I?
I think you're going to have to pick up the baton.
Yeah, my book. You know what? My students who read my book, it's just phenomenal. It humbles me every time I do get a review. It's like, oh, I wrote that because I
Yeah.
actually sat down and listened to it. It's one of my students. I haven't recorded the Audible yet, and one of my students said, "Oh, Alexa will read it out for you on the Kindle." I was like, "Oh, okay." And I listened to my, because I have a learning dyslexia, it helps me. So I listened to my own book. I'm like, "It's a pretty cool book. Okay,
Yeah, there
you
you
do
go.
good."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, it's definitely a journey to write a book and but it's a passive income stream. Inside the
Hmm.
book, I have other passive income streams. And we're talking about that in the Millionaire Mind. I'd learned a lot from the E-Myth and Think and Grow Rich and different books. I think once you, and I'm sure that your audience have read many books, but
Hmm.
do we know the authors? Where
Hmm.
possible, do we know the author? Have we met the author? I think we'd have all gone a lot further had we had a course inside of the book,
Sure.
or been able
Sure.
to have that Q&A with that author, you know?
Yeah.
So I love building my business around that. And YouTube's the vehicle that I've chosen to do it because, it's run by the first largest search engine in the world. So it's the second largest search engine for videos. And I love it. It's amazing. It's an amazing platform.
Yeah, it really is. I've enjoyed using it.
Yeah.
It's if you're going to set up your own channel, it is very easy to learn how to upload a video and set it up, and boom, there you are. You get your own link to it. You can now link that out on your Facebook page or whatever
Yeah.
social media you like to use, and people
Yeah.
can go see it. It's really easy to use. You don't have to be technical at
No,
all.
do you strip out your audio for the podcast? I know it's a YouTube podcast. Do you strip your audio out?
Actually, because the way I record this, I
Yeah.
actually get the actual recording with the audio. I get an audio file and I get a transcript.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for me, I do a daily live podcast talking about spiritual business and life work balance because I believe in having that balance in all areas of our life. And so I strip out my the audio and put it onto Audible and onto Spotify as well. So
It's interesting. Somebody asked me why I didn't put the audio on iTunes,
okay.
and it never even occurred to me to do.
Yeah, on
So
Spotify audio.
that's on my list of things to look into,
Yes.
because I need to, because if I can expand what I'm doing out into an
Reach.
audio,
Yeah.
um, that actually just builds
The momentum.
the audience. It also, because not everybody's got time, they want to listen in the car.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true.
I listen
It's
to a
true.
lot of training in a car driving,
Drive
and
it.
I just listen to the audio. I
Yeah.
never see the video. I even turn my phone so I can't look at it while I'm
Look
driving.
at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The podcast.
Yeah.
And again, YouTube have done that tab where it's like, okay, well, let's turn this into a podcast. Back in the day, it was just like it's either podcast or it's YouTube. People said that you can do both. Now you can.
Right.
Now YouTube has got a tab for courses, to turn your videos into courses. And I love that. I love teaching my students
That's
that.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if every channel has got that tab, but I got it like pretty early on, and I'm like, oh wow, because that's the way that I build my business is in teaching. What any knowledge that I have, I want to share it with those who find it of value, find it useful.
Yeah. Well, Iona, this has been a phenomenal.
Thank
We've been
you.
going 30 minutes now, maybe more. This has been
Yeah,
great.
thank you so
Um,
much.
if anybody is listening, besides finding your book on Amazon, is
Yes.
there any way that they can get in touch with you directly, either via if you have a website, social media, um, personal telephone,
Definitely not personal development.
yeah,
So this
whatever
is
you would like to get out. I mean, besides your book, do you have a website or the
Yes, I do.
okay.
So for the book, there's 2 free chapters of this book. So if you're sitting on the fence and you're like, is this worth? So there's 2 free chapters of Spiritual YouTubers from Scratch on my website at soullegacyacademy.com/courses/masterclass. I do a live masterclass on my YouTube channel every single month. There's bonus gifts as well. There's a 1-page plan, the formula and the blueprint that I actually use, I gift to my readers. So you can download that. And so when you go to my website, you'll get a link to my book club. You can come and join the book club if you want to. And so on my YouTube channel, as I host this masterclass, I call it the Spiritual Business Book Marketing on YouTube and Bank 50K in 50 Days Challenge. So I'm very big, John, in having freedom, but not only having freedom in terms of creating passive income streams, but actually creating financial freedom. So that is the best place to grab a couple of free chapters of the book. Come and join me last Monday of the month at 3 p.m. UK time. I hold a live masterclass. I would love to see you there. I'd love for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Solicacy TV, Spiritual Business Success by Iona. So that's where you can find me. Definitely no phone numbers. There's definitely ways. If you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you'll see me on a daily, and I would love to continue on this conversation.
We don't want 2 a.m. phone calls because someone can't figure out what the time zone difference.
Yeah. But there's calls. So if you're a reader, there's definitely a way for you to, when people attend the live masterclass, John, I actually give them that Q&A for this challenge week. So there's $111 value of a Q&A to come and get your questions answered, because I do love having that conversation, but it's definitely not one-on-one. I like to work and leverage my time and have group conversations one-to-many.
Sure.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
Well, Iona, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a continued success with what you're doing. And I hope anybody watching this will follow up with you, especially if they really want to grow a channel or grow a business.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, here's the freedom. Thank you, John.
All right. Thanks again. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.